In the 98th minute, with the game already deep into stoppage time, Turkey scored the winner. Final score, Turkey 3, USA 2. And the internet lost its mind. Here's what actually happened though. The US had already won Group D and clinched a knockout round spot before this match even kicked off. Win, lose, or draw, nothing about their tournament path was changing. Coach Mauricio Pochettino made 9 changes to the starting lineup from the Australia match, essentially fielding a reserve team to protect his starters for the matches that actually matter. Turkey played their hearts out for a country that was already eliminated. The US rotated their squad and still led 2-1 going into the final minutes. This was not a crisis. This was a coach doing his job. But here's the real story underneath the result, and it's the one nobody is talking about yet. Let's break down what you actually watched if you tuned in Thursday night. The US scored first. Austin Trusty headed in a corner kick in the 3rd minute. 1 minute in, US up 1-0. Reserve squad against a team playing for national pride with nothing left to lose. Turkey fought back. Arda Güler pulled one back in the 10th minute. Then Barış Yilmaz made it 2-1 to Turkey by the 31st minute. Sebastian Berhalter, yes, the son of former USMNT coach Greg Berhalter, equalized in the 49th minute to make it 2-2. A second-string player carrying one of the most complicated last names in American soccer history, scoring at a World Cup on home soil. Then Turkey's Kaan Ayhan scored in the 98th minute to win it. Here's the context that makes this result make complete sense. The US had already secured the top spot in Group D. The only thing at stake Thursday was momentum and fitness. Pochettino chose fitness. Through the first 2 matches, the USMNT collected 6 points, the highest ever point total for the program at a World Cup. That doesn't disappear because of a dead rubber result against an eliminated team playing 9 substitutes worth of motivation. More importantly, Christian Pulisic returned to the pitch in this match. Not for 90 minutes. Not as a starter, but he played. He got minutes. He got his legs under him before July 1st. Weston McKennie put it perfectly after the match. Turkey were very clinical and finished their chances. The momentum will still be there for us, for sure. Everyone wants to go into the next game having won the previous game, but I think it's going to motivate us even more. That's not a player in crisis. That's a player who knows exactly what this result means and what it doesn't. So who does the US face next? And should American fans be worried? The US plays Bosnia and Herzegovina in the round of 32 on Wednesday, July 1st at the San Francisco Bay Area Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Kickoff is 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. First, who are Bosnia and Herzegovina? They're ranked number 62 by FIFA. They made their first ever World Cup appearance in 2014, but failed to advance past the group stage. This tournament marks their first ever knockout round appearance in program history. Their group stage was a roller coaster. They drew 1-1 with Canada, lost 4-1 to Switzerland, then beat Qatar 3-1 to sneak through as a 3rd place finisher. The biggest name on their roster is Edin Dzeko, a 40-year-old striker who has played for Manchester City, Roma, and Inter Milan, and scored 73 goals in 150 appearances for his country. At 40, he's not the player he was, but in front of goal, he remains dangerous. Their most exciting player is 18-year-old Kerim Alaibegovic, headed to Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, who scored their first goal against Qatar. And here's the detail that makes this matchup interesting. Esmir Bayraktarovic, one of their key attacking players, grew up in Appleton, Wisconsin. He plays for Bosnia and Herzegovina because his parents were born there. A kid from Wisconsin facing the US men's national team in a World Cup knockout round on American soil. The single biggest storyline going into July 1st is simple. Is Christian Pulisic healthy? Pulisic told reporters he's feeling good after returning to full training. He said he was probably not ready for a full 90 minutes against Turkey, but was discussing a minutes restriction with coaches and medical staff. He played Thursday, he got through it without setback. Every indication is that he starts July 1st. Here's why that matters so much. The US without Pulisic beat Paraguay 4-1 and Australia 2-0. Those were impressive results, but the teams they beat were ranked below them and both were playing in unfamiliar environments. Bosnia and Herzegovina, despite their ranking, got through qualifying by beating Wales and then eliminating Italy, yes, Italy, in penalty shootouts. They know how to win knockout games under pressure. The US with Pulisic is a different team. He creates things out of nothing. He scores in moments that don't look like moments until he makes them one. And he's been sitting, watching, waiting for 3 weeks while his teammates did the work in the group stage. There is nobody on that US roster more motivated for July 1st than Christian Pulisic. Let's zoom out for a second. Because what's happening with the US team is one of 5 or 6 enormous storylines running simultaneously in this tournament right now. Lionel Messi just broke the all-time World Cup scoring record with 18 goals. And he did it with a brace against Austria on Monday. He is 38 years old, and he is still the most dangerous player in this tournament. France and Kylian Mbappe had their match against Iraq suspended at halftime due to a severe thunderstorm in Philadelphia. 2-hour delay. Mbappe came back out after the storm and scored again anyway. Germany beat Ivory Coast 2-1 after opening with a 7-1 demolition of Curaçao. Germany looked like genuine contenders, and Morocco and Brazil, two of the most watchable teams in the tournament, drew 1-1 in their opener and are tied at the top of their group heading into their final match. The knockout rounds start June 28th. Every single match from here forward is elimination. One loss and you go home. For a new fan, this is where the tournament becomes unmissable. The US lost to Turkey 3-2. A team already out of the tournament scored in the 98th minute to beat a US squad missing most of its starters. And none of it matters. What matters is July 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern, Santa Clara, California, the United States versus Bosnia and Herzegovina in the first knockout match of this team's home World Cup. Pulisic is coming back. The starting lineup is rested, and a country that has never made a World Cup knockout round before is about to walk into a stadium full of American fans. I'm 11 yards. New video every week through the final on July 19th. If you've been watching since the beginning, thank you. If this is your first video, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The round of 32 starts in 5 days. Things are about to get serious. Free World Cup cheat sheet is in the description. See you July 1st.